has a little scratch right here. This, you know, this trim was like, you know, scratched, all scratched. I did the body work, then patty, sanded, primed it. That's it. Here too, you know, we have a little scratch right here and the other side. It's like candy, huh? Looks like candy, yeah?
They look good. Got a lot of metallic. Got more metallic in this one than Will's Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
He's a chemist on one time, then he'll put on his hard hat and go in there and grind it up, do some welding work. This is what you call a true Swiss Army knife, but he's not from Switzerland. He's actually from Africa, Tanzania. He's going to visit in June, July. So you better hurry up and get your cars in. He's going to make sure you get you done before you go. But he's my Swiss African Army knife. So we do educational paint classes on Tuesdays. You know, we'll come in. Justin's gonna get you guys signed up. Yeah, you gotta have insurance though. We need payment as soon as you come in, buddy. We're not working no games with you. Let's go. He had a 64 four-door, but when I seen it, I was like, you know what? I feel like my job is not only to make a car better, my job is to kind of educate the customer as well. Like the money that he would have put in that car, he probably never would have got out the car because it was a four-door, one. Two, the parts for most of the aftermarket parts for 64s, which is what this is for two-doors or convertibles. The rear quarters are different. So once we kind of did a little investigation to it, I was like, bro, we might start looking for new cars. And at the time we looked, we went out of town, we tried to find it, and it was like nothing really lined up perfect. And look who pulled up today. He didn't give up, he found him a car and it kind of worked with what he had. The best thing what he had was the motor in the 64 four-door. He kept that, junked the car, found the 64 SS that needed a motor in Miami and did the work, got it running together. So I think that was cool as shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and pop it. He gave me a little tutorial. He was like, I thought he bought it like this. I was like, bro, how you get the motor painted the same color? He said, Vic, when I had it out, I just painted the block the same color, you know, the accent color. So did a couple of detailed new carburetor, but this is the same motor that was in the 64 that I told him, you know, you shouldn't. And look what, you know, look what happened, you know, creativity. Got a serpentine belt kit going. He got it running pretty good. It looks good with the interior combination, you know, so that's a good start, a damn good start. And then he got room to grow if he ever decide to say, you know what, I want to do something else. I want to change this. You know, you got something that you can tinker with. So thumbs up, my brother.
All the Vic, man, all the Vic. Got me good.
Yeah, man. We went out of town. He got a Hummer. He picked me up one day in the Hummer. We went to Ocala, and the car that was in Ocala, it wasn't exactly what it was advertised to be, you know, and it was at a time where I could tell he was anxious to get one. I was anxious to have a new customer, but you know, it just wasn't the right one. So he let that one go, and I'm glad he found this one, man. Most people think when you see these cars come up, we have a stigma. The dude owns a private school. He put me up when he told me that day. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I mean? I'm with it, man. He got a little size. You might think he played a little ball, a little football or something. He said, no, I own a school. What? Shake my hand, young man. Yeah, I like that. I like it.
This here, I mean, it's got, you know, there's some here, a little bit of foliage here under the brackets, but I mean, compared to the 73 and ups, it's minimal compared to what those are, because those always shit's all rotted out. This is solid. It's soft, but it's doubled, so I'm gonna polish it out and see what it looks like, and maybe put a cap in here, you know, just to give it that nice clean strength that it needs. I mean, she's doing I'm impressed with it actually, considering what I've had for radiator spots lately. Makes me feel a little bit better. I mean, yeah, they actually undercoated this one pretty good from the factory. You can see all the factory undercoat. They actually put a decent amount on the bottom. You got your usual battery runoff here, which it's a Chevy. All considering, it's in pretty good shape. On these ones here, the piece comes out to here, and this linkage rod is right in the way for the gas piston. So we have to take this out to allow for the swing of the gas piston. On this side, it doesn't need it because it already was done from the factory, but the front is too high to get the dropwood adjustment for the hood. So we modify these on both sides, that way we get nice clean hood alignment. Takes any of the obstacles out of the way when we're done.
Y'all see what's going on, guys. We got the rubbers in for the Forgiato for the 85 Monte Carlo. We should have had this in the last video. It got delivered late though. We went with the 255/30/26, which is a more narrow tire. It's a little bit taller than the 275/25/26, what normally everybody go with. It's 11.5-inch wide tire. It's a little narrower. It's actually 31.8 inches, if I'm not mistaken, at the total height of a 275/25/26. I get Justo to put that up on the screen. And the 255/30/26 is 32 inches. So it's a 1/4 inch taller tire, which you're not gonna see. It's a little narrower, which is gonna help with the car because it don't have the depth that most rear wheels have. So that's why we went with the 255/30/26 and not the 275/25/26. So everything matters. Every inch, don't forget it. We watching you, man. We gonna make sure we stuffing up all what we got, but it's gonna be a better fitment by using this tire. So yeah. And then our spare rim that we do a lot of test fitting on, they're so old. You know, I bought those rims in 2012. So I bought a couple extra ones so we could put some on the spare rims too when we got a true fit when we do test fitting on people's cars with 26. So yeah, we got rubber, man. Let's go, man. VTSV auto, baby. The look, the aesthetics, thinner is always gonna be better just for the look of it to my preference. But when you have a thinner tire, you're more accessible to road damage too. If you hit a pothole, you got less protection to absorb that bump and you may bend the rim. That's the benefit of a 3-piece rim, though. If you bend a lip, you don't have to buy a whole rim. You can just buy the outer lip, get that replaced, repaired, put back on, look like it's brand new. I had to do that on one of my rears. The rear lip was bent. So these are 3-piece. Most of the ones that we have here are 3-piece rims, and that's the benefit of it. I think the ones on the Pontiac is a 2-piece. So I think the center separates, but the hub is a 1-piece, you know, so. But a 3-piece is the granddaddy of them all. It's the more expensive of them all. That's the one you want. You know, you want the 3-piece because of that. You want to be able to buy, if the back rear barrel is bent, you could buy that separately without having to buy the front. You know what I'm saying? So,